Have you ever heard of a monster with the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and the tail of a serpent? And if that wasn't terrifying enough, it also breathes fire. This isn't just a random collection of parts. This is the Chimera, one of the most fearsome and bizarre creatures from Greek mythology. Its story begins in the ancient lands of Lycia, a coastal region in what is now modern-day Turkey. The people there lived in constant fear, their villages terrorized by a creature so grotesque, so utterly unnatural, that even the gods were said to shudder at its name. This was the Chimera, a beast born from a truly monstrous family. To understand the Chimera, you have to look at its parents. Its father was Typhon, the most powerful and deadly of all monsters, a giant who once challenged Zeus himself for control of the cosmos. Its mother was Echidna, the mother of all monsters, a half-woman, half-serpent creature who gave birth to many of the most infamous beasts in Greek legend, including Cerberus, the Hydra, and the Sphinx. With a family tree like that, it's no surprise the Chimera was a walking nightmare. Let's break down its terrifying anatomy. Its front half was that of a ferocious lion, a symbol of raw, untamed strength and aggression. Its midsection was the body of a goat, which might seem less intimidating, but in ancient symbolism, the goat often represented wildness and a chaotic, unpredictable madness. And its tail wasn't just a tail. It was a living, venomous serpent, constantly hissing and ready to strike, a symbol of death itself. So you had a monster that could maul you, trample you, and poison you all at once. But its most devastating weapon was its breath. From its lion's mouth, the Chimera spewed forth streams of unstoppable fire, a blaze so intense it could melt a soldier as bronze armor in seconds and scorch the very mountainside black. It laid waste to the land, turning fertile fields into barren wastelands and leaving a trail of ash and despair wherever it roamed. For years, no warrior, no army, no hero dared to face it. To challenge the Chimera was to accept a fiery death sentence. That is, until the hero Bellerophon arrived. Bellerophon was a noble but exiled hero from Corinth, known for his courage and his incredible luck. His greatest fortune was taming the magnificent Pegasus, the winged horse born from the blood of Medusa. With Pegasus, Bellerophon wasn't bound to the earth. He could take to the skies, giving him a unique advantage against the earthbound monster. When the king of Lycia, Iobates, commanded Bellerophon to slay the Chimera, a task he secretly hoped would kill the hero, Bellerophon accepted the challenge without hesitation. He mounted Pegasus and soared toward the creature's desolate lair. The battle was legendary. Bellerophon flew high above the monster, raining down arrows from his bow. But the Chimera was a formidable foe. It unleashed torrents of fire, trying to engulf the hero and his winged steed in flames. Pegasus, with its incredible agility, dodged and weaved through the fiery blasts, but it was a close call. The heat was so intense it nearly consumed them both. Bellerophon realized that arrows alone wouldn't be enough to defeat this beast. Its hide was too thick, its rage too powerful. He needed a clever plan, one inspired by divine cunning. He had an idea, a desperate, brilliant gamble. He attached a large block of lead to the tip of his spear. Then, guiding Pegasus into a steep, daring dive, he swooped down directly toward the Chimera's gaping, fiery maw. Just as the monster prepared to unleash another devastating fireball, Bellerophon thrust the spear deep into its throat. The Chimera's own greatest weapon became its undoing. As it instinctively breathed fire, the intense heat melted the block of lead. The molten metal poured down its throat and into its vital organs, searing and sealing its doom from the inside out. The beast let out a final, agonizing roar that shook the mountains, its fire sputtering out as it collapsed. The ground trembled as the monstrous body fell, and at last the terror of Lycia was over. Bellerophon was celebrated as a hero, his name forever linked with the slaying of the impossible beast. But the legend of the Chimera itself lived on long after its death. It became a symbol for something more than just a physical monster. The word Chimera came to mean any impossible or foolish fantasy, something made of mismatched parts that could never truly exist. Yet the story also serves as a powerful warning. It reminds us that some of the most terrifying monsters are not born from nature, but are created cobbled together from fear, chaos, and destruction. The Chimera is a timeless symbol of the unnatural horrors that can arise when the world is thrown out of balance. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into Greek mythology. If you enjoyed learning about the Chimera, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the legendary monsters and heroes of the ancient world. Let me know in the comments which mythological creature you'd like to see next.